What is going on, guys? SlickB here, and today I was going to do another Battlefield 4 video for you guys, but I figured, why not look at this? Now, this is obviously Rising Storm 2 Vietnam. It's a game coming out very soon. At least I think it's very soon. And I'm just really amped for this game. I haven't made any content on it, talking about it. So what you're watching in the background right now is a gameplay trailer followed by some solid screenshots, right? This game looks really good. I like the Red Orchestra Rising Storm series to begin with. Now the fact that they're adding Vietnam, one of my favorite eras, is going to be really cool. It's going to be interesting how they implement helicopter combat. We know that Rising Storm has tanks and stuff like that, but I don't think that they're going to really add player-controlled helicopters. I don't see how that would work in the engine. I mean, it'd be pretty ambitious, and I'd love it if it worked, but I don't know. I think it's going to be more of, call-in napalm strikes and stuff like that. Now, the game is obviously set in Vietnam. The last time I played a Vietnam game had to be, my phone is going nuts, had to be at least, like a proper Vietnam game. Had to be way back when. Shell Shock, Nam 67 maybe, Xbox original days. I don't remember any Vietnam games after that. Aside from Call of Duty Black Ops 1, and that wasn't really a Vietnam game. That was more of a Call of Duty game, in my opinion. I don't think it really highlighted Vietnam too much. It was more Cold War. But yeah, super excited. It's always been one of my favorite eras. My grandfather was in Vietnam, just a little backstory, and he got me into everything about Vietnam. I love the Hueys, I love the M60, I love napalm. Obviously, it was all a tragedy and stuff like that, but as far as games and movies, they're my favorite. One of my favorite movies is We Were Soldiers. It's an epic Vietnam movie. So I am super pumped for this game. Now, what are the speculations and stuff like that is Tripwire, what they've done is try to make a unique experience for both the Vietnamese, the Viet Cong, and the U.S. forces. They both have different styles of play and feel. Obviously, the Viet Cong used whatever they could get their hands on. That means, AK-47s, SKS, MP40s, all these, different types of World War II and later Soviet technology. Whatever they can get their hands on, they have RPGs and stuff like that. The Americans have their updated technology. We're throwing up quotations because we know that the M16s that our troops had jammed regularly. They had M14s, M60s, which were heavy as hell. Funny story. It's not really funny, but my grandfather said his first firefight in Vietnam, his gun jammed the first shot. So, yeah, they weren't necessarily reliable, but I don't see that playing a factor into the video game. Americans are also going to have access to napalm strikes and what I'm going to be assuming is Huey strikes and stuff like that. The Viet Cong wouldn't have that, but they might be able to lay booby traps and such, which I think would be an awesome, interesting aspect of the game. Now, tunneling might be a thing. I saw some screenshots. I'm going to be showing some screenshots of some guys with 1911s in tunnels, shirtless U.S. soldiers and stuff like that. So tunnel rats might be a thing, which is pretty cool. They actually had special forces designated to go into these tunnels to hunt out the the Viet Cong. In their home field, they had flashlights and 1911s. Can't bring real big rifles in there, which is just a scary job. It's a scary job. If you guys have ever seen Peaky Blinders, it's similar to what the main characters did during World War I. Now, they don't show that a lot, but during World War I, there were tunnelers who would dig under the enemy trenches, and that's kind of the same aspect. Booby traps would be pretty cool. Napalm strikes. Now, also, the Viet Cong will move quicker and more silent than the U.S. forces. The U.S. forces will move a little bit heavier. I'm assuming that they would have body armor of some sort. They'd be a little bit harder to take down. So it's pretty cool having like an asymmetrical game. I'm hoping it works in the game's favor. I'm hoping it's pretty good. I'm pretty excited. Obviously, there's going to be melee combat similar to Red Orchestra and such, bayonets and stuff like that, but nothing too in-depth. and 64 player servers. So I'm very, very excited for this game. I know some of you guys are too. You guys love Red Orchestra and Rising Storm. Played Heroes of the West maybe a week and a half ago, I think, and that went over well. It's a pretty gritty game series. Tripwire is very good at making that intense action game, intense shooter. I love the sound effects and the gore and stuff like that. So I'm hoping they really bring this to life. I hope it works very well in their favor, because I am super, super excited to have another Vietnam game. Like I said, Shell Shock Nam 67 was probably the last Vietnam game I remember playing. And if you guys have ever played that game, props to you. It is a fantastic game. I would love to try to find it and play it again. It was just insane. I played that game at way too young of an age. I just remember shooting people's legs off at maybe 11 years old, and that was ridiculous. I was younger than 11, I think. I don't know. I turned out all right, guys? Don't judge me, please. Don't. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you liked the video. Leave a dislike if you disliked the video. And comment down below and tell me how excited you are for this game and any upcoming games that you'd like to see me cover. Obviously, Battlefield 1 is something that I've been talking about for a while, and I'm definitely going to cover it. But if there's any games that slipped under my radar or I haven't made videos on them, let me know in the description. Or I always say let me know in the description. Let me know in the comments, and I will talk about it. Find some gameplay and stuff like that. There is gameplay of this game up, but it's PAX East stuff. There's a camera in the corner, so I didn't want to take that gameplay. It's not mine anyway, but it would have been cool to pick it apart. I'm not going to take somebody else's footage that has their face cam in the corner. This is just a trailer I found on YouTube. So, yep, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace, peace.